Hello everyone, I'm with Phil and Andy. We're about to head down to Bennerley, just outside Nottinghamshire. We're going to be walking another section of the Great Northern Railway. Andy has kindly offered to get us there. I assumed that meant he'd be driving.
Come on, I'm all day.
All right. Need to stop meeting like this, and then by the fifth time it's just awkward. But that was fun. Okay, so now we're just down the road from Bennerley Viaduct, which is just about in Derbyshire. And what we're going to do, we're going to follow the Great Northern Railway. It's another section of it. Anyone that watches this channel will know that I'm basically doing the whole line, the Friargate line, in different sections. So Phil, you're saying this used to be the canal then? And over there, straight through there, that's Bennerley Viaduct. So the line came across here, over the canal, which is obviously now a dual carriageway, and then straight basically that way towards Awsworth. Okay, so the track bed is there, Phil's telling me, because obviously there was a viaduct across there onto an embankment. So we're going to come up onto that, and then hopefully we can follow the track bed most of the way. So we're going to go through Awsworth station, and then we're going to go through Kimberly East station, and then we're basically going to go beyond that to Watnall Tunnel. Anyone that watched the last video saw that we had an absolute mare faffing about Watnall Tunnel, but that was a different line. There was actually another tunnel, I'll tell you around, another tunnel on the Great Northern that was right next to that, which we're going to go and have a look at. Then we'll get beyond the M1, and then the line fizzles out for a bit as you're getting sort of towards Bulwell and Baseford and that sort of way. So we're actually on a track bed now then. The lads have worn shorts and I've worn trousers, and that's the only time it's been that way around. This is sort of roughly the embankment that's going to go into Awsworth station. Station's not there anymore, but the station house is, so we'll have a look at that. I recognise this as soon as I came. I've played a charity match here in a previous life. I've got an excuse out there early as well. I'm hobbling more than usual. I always limp a bit, but I'm limping more than usual today because in true rock and roll style, I kicked my 2-year-old's toy chest. Not like out of anger, it was an accident. And now my toe is like throbbing. So, not going for a sympathy vote, a little bit.
Well, where are you going to wear your sandals?
That's the station master's house, that then.
That is, yeah. And this line of trees, look, smack bang in the middle of the track bed.
Okay, so we're basically in between the two platforms then, lads. Yeah. Oh wow, yeah, look at that.
You see where it's been extended.
Yeah, it's beautiful though.
Not a very good job of it. But...
Oh yeah, you can't even tell. So Awsworth Station closed in 1964. When I did the walk from Friargate, Derby, Friargate, Mickleover Way out towards Ayrton, those ones went like early doors, like 50s, 61 and whatever. To sort of main line traffic, they went in 1939, but they stayed open for like little excursions. But this part of the line, so from basically Derby to Nottingham, because it's two big cities, that stayed open until 64, and even for goods until 68. So hopefully that means that there might be a few more remains. Okay, so the track bed came across there, a massive high bridge, which I'll try and get a photo of. And then up there, and we're back on the track bed. This was a seriously high embankment, wasn't it? I'm like proper clambering. Here we go, wait a minute. Some stonework then. This was it like a girder bridge? Like a big iron bridge that went over, right? Got you, right.
And that come up left. What's it called? Gate? That's always...
So this 40 bridges, was it over here?
Yeah, you'll see it in a bit.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I've seen a photo of that hub with the
So it basically went kind of over there.
Got you.
But you'll see where it spurs off on the thing at the top.
Okay, let's have a look. So I'm hoping this isn't going to, like the sun's not going to be killing me the whole time in terms of filming. But this, was it Gilthill Viaduct? Yeah. Known as 40 bridges, 6 million bricks. It's not actually on this line, it's just like a skirt off of it up to Pinxton. So it's not related to this walk, but it is amazing, so I'm going to put some footage of it in anyway. There we go. Got a bit of Black Sabbath playing, I think. I'm not sure what that's all about. Related, I guess, to collieries in the area, which there were quite a few. So a bit of a recap then for people that haven't necessarily watched any of the other videos I've done on this Great Northern Derbyshire Staffordshire extension known as the Friargate line. It joined some of the sort of the urban lines around Nottingham in a bit. That's the point we're going to walk to, basically just outside Nottingham, and then it went off to Eggington Junction. It was built in 1875, 1876. Between those two sort of periods, a lot of these stations were opened. Reason being was that the Great Northern wanted to get its hands basically on the Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire coalfields. It wanted to get involved in that party, and at that point the Midland Railway had the absolute monopoly on it, which kind of meant, I can come this way now, which kind of meant that the colliery companies and the colliery owners were sort of banged to rights a bit in terms of the cost of everything, because the Midland Railway was the only player in town, so therefore they could sort of set the rules of the game. So they lobbied as well to get this Act of Parliament passed so that the Great Northern could get another line in here, which is what they did. So I've been walking it basically from the beginning of starting this little walking channel, and this is just another section of it. Eventually I'll complete it. I'm doing it in completely the wrong order, but then that's just me, do you know what I mean?
So that embankment,
So those trees there, that's an embankment in there, is it?
over there, yeah, and that would have been the start of 40 Bridges, which was the branch line that went off to Pinkston. 43 arches there was, but obviously it doesn't trip off the tongue as easy as 40
No,
Bridges.
40 Bridges sounds, yeah.
And directly below us is a bridge arch, which is just, it was originally like a farm track,
Right.
and that's all still down there, but it's not easy to get to.
Yeah, don't fancy that unless there's an easier way. Okay, I've come a bit of the way because it is hella steep and I don't fancy going the whole way. But there you go. It's a pretty big bridge as well, to be fair. But yeah, this far up I've got something to hold on to here, but below that I don't, so I'm quitting while I'm ahead. So we're nipping across onto this Pinkston branch, and then we will get back on the Great Northern Railway, but just want to take you to the end where this 40 Bridges viaduct will have started, just so you can see the absolute monumental scale of it. There you go, a vantage point. Someone's had a fire. This is a hella high embankment, and this was the start then of 40 Bridges. Goodness me. So it went off. So if you can just see that wind turbine in the distance, you can make that out. That's basically Bennerley Viaduct there, and it went across there. So 6 million bricks. Wow. So we're now kind of coming into two lines then. So this is a big wide area we've been. Again, the sun's probably going to stitch us. It's been a bit annoying actually, although I shouldn't complain if it's a nice day. But these were all sidings, and then it comes into two, and under the A610. So we've come underneath that and we're getting on now. Apologies for the sun again, it's killing me a bit today. Oh, I'm just about to get attacked by a lassie. Hello. Well, it's not lassie, is it? Which one's that? Hello. There you go, the Great Northern Railway path. And that's a clue again as to just how steep this cutting was. I've spotted some buffers, but I'm not going to get too excited because I know they're not original. But it's still nice to have something that makes other people realise that it was a railway. And there we go, look, it's a bench now. But that's nice. I like little things like that. Again, that's not original either. But it's just nice to have something. And then we follow the track bed now all the way into Kimberley, pretty much. I mean, that's cool, I guess. I don't know what it's meant to be, if I'm honest, but
Been derailed, hasn't it? Oh no, it's not.
again, it sort of just shows, you know, this was a railway, which is cool. There you go. So whereabouts was this line we walked last time? Because they were right next to each other, weren't they? Is it literally over there in those trees?
Yeah, the fact there's the caravan park place that they're making just over there, that parapet was inside.
Right, okay. So this was the...
So there, just there, that you can see through the gap,
Yeah.
that's Speedwell, that would have been Speedwell Colliery.
Oh, okay.
So that's how close the Midland line was.
Oh, yeah, so that's the last one we walked. Literally right there.
Along, this would have carried on in a straight line this way, and obviously the Midland just veered off slightly to go into the Kimberley West station.
Gotcha. I think I've said before on different videos, when you look around the amount of railway lines there were and the amount of different colliery branches and then main lines and different railway companies, it can be hella confusing. Literally like studied maps before and I still can't work out what's what.
Especially on these branch lines.
Yeah, that's what threw me, yeah. And then you've got like little mineral lines as well,
Yeah.
and you know, sometimes narrow gauge here, and so much industry, so much history and stuff, which is amazing, but it's like frying my brain a little bit. So unfortunately we've got to come off. Again, there's more ornamental stuff up there, which I do like, I've got to say. But it would have gone through there and under the road. I think the wall's up there, isn't it, at the top, but there's no, it's all filled in.
It's fence. You've done that trick when they get rid of parapet problem. Put a fence here to disappoint everyone.
To what? To disappoint everyone?
Well, those.
Yeah.
On the bridge.
There you go. Andy spotted the steel girders. There you go, look at that. Which is nice. Phil's saying we blundered and that was an aqueduct, not the bridge.
You're going to say that looks like a station house, by the way?
No? That looks like a station house, look. Right, so we're at Kimberley East station now, basically. We've come down, so we've got to come round. And there's a few remains here, look at this. Okay, so the railway went across, the station's up there. But there's just little bits here and there, little remnants. Like that was obviously a door or a window to say. Trying to look for the change of the. So that's the bridge there, isn't it?
That's right.
There it is.
And it marries on to the other side.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and there is a gate here. Oh wow.
That was an entrance for people who lived in the Firs house.
Right.
The big house at the top. And originally that was the thing that went under the bridge to get up and to the houses.
That's incredible. It's still got a number on it.
So there's steps in the garden.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like that entrance to that station we found, Gareth, down at
Oh, at Plesley.
Plesley, yeah, you know.
Yeah, it is a little bit like that. Yeah. Look at that. It's crazy though. So there you can see the
top of the bridge up there, Gareth.
Ah, yeah. There you go. So that's where this line came across the Great Northern.
It came at a slight angle over to that, where you can see the bricks either side there.
Yeah. You were mentioning something about ruins of the Great Northern Hotel. Where was that?
So that ruined building you see there, that's the basement and the cellar, I suppose, of the Great Northern Hotel, which was directly above it, obviously on top of it.
Yeah.
Which had its own, as well as a hotel, it also was a pub called the Pig and Whistle. And it burnt down in the Second World War accidentally.
Right.
And for a long time it was just nothing, and the cellars have just sat there doing nothing.
Right. Wow. So here you go. You see the brickwork. Bit of blue brick as well. Look. That's where it came across. They've got these. I do love this because those bits there. It's the same pattern as on the top of Bennerley when you look at the
Yeah,
the stones on there.
Blue engineering brick as well.
Yeah.
That's the original brickwork.
Beautiful. And bang. Straight across there. Anyone that's seen a Great Northern Railway station will recognise that as a station building because they all built them the same. There's the crossing gates as well. Look at that. So there's a crossing gate, another one there, and this platforms either side, main line. Look at that, beautiful. So that's Kimberly East station, and that foot crossing there that kids are on, that's actually there was one there originally, obviously they've extended it, but I'm pretty sure we can get down there and follow the track bed.
Well, that you said about this footbridge, which is the originally footbridge, although it's a bit like Trigger's broom. It's been sort of how much of it's replaced, how much of it is still the original. But
people watching this from abroad won't get that, but I really do. From Only Fools and Horses, he basically says he gets an award for having the same broom. He's a road sweeper. He's had the same broom for 20 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's had something like 10 new handles and 10 new brushes. It's like, I'm not sure it's the original broom then. That's the gag. Okay, so here's the trackbed. Oh, good. Jeez, Louise, yeah, isn't it? So you can see that, yeah, that's original brickwork there then, isn't it? At the top there. So this crossing would have been here originally. And there's original brickwork at the other end as well there, look.
And then top there is some railway cottages. That are original cottages from people who also worked for Great Northern.
Yeah.
Which is still there, tucked away.
Beautiful. They've redirected some kind of water source here then, haven't they? Because if this is the track bed, that's got water flowing straight through it. But you can see from those brewery water, yeah, from those buffers in the distance, where we are actually on the track bed, but it looks like we're on a towpath at the minute.
It's not a natural cutting. So it was all dug out, limestone. And then
Oh
the
yeah,
limestone,
yeah, you can see it there. Look.
The limestone that they took out was obviously used to build most of the sort of structures of the bridges and also the base for the track bed itself.
So we're in quite a deep cutting now. We're not far away from the old Watnall tunnel cutting that we clambered through before, if you remember. I'm just moving to the side because that sun is literally doing my Sweden. But it's a really steep cutting, as you can see. And it would have gone into the Great Northern Watnall Tunnel, which is a really cool, quirky looking tunnel. I'll show you a picture of it. It looked like it had a little hat on. But that's been infilled, unfortunately.
Prior to that, it was open. The other side was still infilled, but the actual bridge itself was open. You could go under the bridge and then come out the other side.
So this was a bridge, this wasn't a tunnel here then?
This is a bridge. It's
right.
A road bridge.
Further up though into that is.
Yeah.
A bit further
This
up.
is a road bridge that carries Newdigate Road.
Look how steep it is. That is one hell of an infill job, look.
And
Wow.
I said how close the tracks were. Just up there on the left-hand side, that's Cloverlands.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was the house owned by the chap that owned the brewery in our last Kimberley stomp. That is an insane infill. When you think the bridge would have been at the road there in the distance, they've infilled all of this. Surely it'd be cheaper just to maintain the bridge.
I don't know why they did it.
I don't know why they did it.
Right, Andy's got a picture.
That's that one.
So there you go, you can see that's the part of the bridge. Right, go on then Andy, let's have a look at this then.
So there's the bridge as it would have been.
Yeah, wow, look at that deep cutting.
Yeah.
And it's all infilled and all that's left, these little bits of brickwork. There you go, yeah, Newdigate Street. That one's even got the old cap on the top of it. And that was the school you went to, was it?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Multi-boys school?
No.
God, it's a big wide bridge as well, wasn't it? Look. But it was a main line. Okay, so we're at the tunnel mouth of Watnall Tunnel.
Number 2.
Yes, so basically in line with that black door you say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
about here, yeah.
Yeah, but all filled in, so there's absolutely nothing.
Well, I sent you a picture. So
You did, yeah.
you can,
But there is so little here that I'd take the tunnel mouth that we clambered into before as a victory over this. to be honest.
you've changed your story now.
So across the road, and I guess we just follow the line, but above the tunnel at that point until we get to the other end, which is also infilled.
Yep.
So not only have they filled the tunnel in, but they've built a big embankment on top of it. That street there, which is what, Bishopdale Drive, that's basically where the tunnel mouth was here. And then we should hopefully start to drop off and get onto something that sort of looks a little bit like a railway. So that side is, what did you say it was, Hovis?
Hovis.
So a Hovis factory, big giant bakery. And then this side is houses. So that's why you're telling me. That's why they.
Yeah,
I'll bring the camera there because that sun is.
They would have probably put this bund in as a sound bund when they built this estate, which is fairly new. They would have put this in as a attenuation for the noise, because they'd have seen that, oh, that's, even though it's only a bakery, they class it as industrial. So planners would have said, oh, you need to have a sound barrier.
Right.
And that's why they built this bund. So we're actually on an infill.
And there's Phil.
With Phil.
That was terrible. So we've dropped down a little bit now, so we should be close to the actual track bed level, maybe. I was saying to Andy, it might be quite cool to find some sort of aerial footage that they had. Was it Britain from Above, the website,
Yeah.
innit? But you're saying that's not going to happen because of RAF Watnall.
Yeah, because obviously they were mostly done sort of during the 30s, 40s, 50s, and at that point RAF Watnall would have been active, and so they never sort of flew over military stuff. And Watnall itself was being quite a significant RAF base. They definitely wouldn't have flown over it. So.
People that didn't watch our last walk, RAF Watnall is actually, like, there's no planes or anything there. It was built on the site of Watnall Station on that Midland line, which is literally just across those fields. But it was a very, very significant player in terms of the Dam Busters raids. That's where they basically coordinated it from, so that's why, do you know what I mean, they're giving away that location. So here we go.
We're at trackbed level.
We're at trackbed level now. The Great Northern goes off to the right, the main line, which we're going to follow because I'm not following that. But that line then, that's the line off to Watnall Colliery, which we'll be able to see from above pretty well. And there we go, we can see another bridge there, look. The blue brick, that is the Great Northern. There we go, look. So up that way is the Lonely Bridge, isn't it? So there is the actual track bed. Wow, in a fashion, yeah. Running water these days. So we're just sort of coming alongside it. So we're in a limestone cutting, look, and that, oh mate, sunshine. But that is old school, isn't it?
Yeah, that's old fashioned.
That's dating back to the time of steam trains hurtling down here and under the M1. You say you got a photo of a steam train going under the M1?
Yeah.
Because the M1 motorway was built in the era where steam was basically being replaced and the railways were being chucked in the sea, essentially. It's quite rare to get footage or photos of steam trains going under the M1, so that's quite cool if we can get hold of that in one way or another. So one lonely stone there, look, and that's the end of the line. And it goes off into a residential area. So that's the end of the line. As always, thanks for watching. Cheers Phil, cheers Andy. Got to find the TARDIS now.
Yeah, where did you park it?